All right. Millionaire charged in deadly weapon assault. Oh, hell.
Aftermath of an enraged and wealthy driver who rammed his Porsche into a traffic control construction worker.
He comes to a stop, and then I'm like, all right, back. So I stop like this to stand in front of him, and then he continues to accelerate into my legs to get me to move out the way, and he's like looking at me like yelling, and that's when I got mad. I was
you're yelling at him to stop.
Yeah, I'm like, you need to stop. Yeah, but he could like. I understand when somebody lets go of their brakes and then their car hits you a little bit. This dude pushed my legs in with his car. Like,
I need any medical.
No. I trust me. I've been
but the car definitely did hit you.
But he hit me like he stepped on the gas to get the fuck out of his way, and that's what he was implying.
Even after, I know this is stupid because we're between this is a crash hit and run, and between this is like an aggravated battery with a deadly weapon.
Yeah, so
it goes from one criminal charge to another criminal charge. One's felony,
so I had him.
So I'm just trying to make sure I have all the elements.
Yeah, so I have like the whole crew of people that seen it down there because they was all on the equipment, so they watched all of this go down. Okay. And they were like, "Yo, what the f is he doing?" So I said, "Stop."
Yeah.
He pushes his car.
Bro, one question, y'all. If you a millionaire, billionaire, whatever, would you be trying to avoid these type of situations, man? Like, honestly, bro, I'd be trying to avoid these type of situations, bro. Would y'all be, bro? Just let me know, bro. Let me know.
Right up on my legs and tries to move me out of my way. And then that's when I'm like, yo, you're seriously going to fucking hit me with your car right now? And then he's like, oh, like, I need to go and turn left here. Like, I need to turn left.
That Jeep back there hard.
And I'm like, bro, I don't care. You're not going to hit me with your car trying to meet you out your way. Okay. And then he was like, oh, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. And I was like, no, bro, you that's not
so you let him know that he hit you?
Yeah, I let him know. I let him know that I didn't my legs. Yeah, and then he drove off. So
all right, so it sounds like this is more of an aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. Is that how you want to pursue with things? Do you want to pursue with charges for that?
I mean, to be honest with you, yeah, I just don't have any, like, I'm not physically hurt. So, I mean, but if that still counts under it,
if we have witnesses and you're saying that the vehicle did touch you.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I'm not doubting you on that at all. That dude drove his whole hood into my leg and tried to push me, like, with his car for a second, and I was like, bro.
All right, you can use the back of my car. I just need basic information here at the top. Just explain the whole situation. You here directing traffic, and then what happened after that.
I mean, ran over by the Porsche horse.
The stuff I told you to repeat, just kind of repeat that. In there.
After finding the location of the possible suspect at a nearby home, an officer checks with the residents there.
Hello? You Donald? They're Donald that resides here, that drives that?
Yes.
Come here. Where is he? Is he friendly?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, hold on.
All right.
Okay, here. Come here. Hello.
That's a big boy.
Good.
That's what I want right there, boy.
I just got some questions for you today. Before I ask the questions, I got to read you something from this card.
Okay.
I'm Deputy Lane with the Flagler County Sheriff's Office. I'm here investigating an aggravated battery. I have to read you the back of the card now. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used as evidence against you. Do you understand these rights?
Sure.
Okay. With these rights in mind, are you still willing to talk to me?
Gee, I don't know. I don't even know what this is about.
I said it's in reference to an investigation for an aggravated battery.
Me?
Yes.
Again, I don't even know. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Charlie 111 Flagler. I'm 1012 with my suspect. I mean, it's a yes or no. Are you still willing to talk to me?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I don't know what we're talking about.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So earlier today, were you driving that Porsche?
I was.
Were you on Camino del Rey with all that construction going on?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Do you mind just telling me what happened with the person directing traffic, if you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Look,
I do. I think I do.
Like, okay.
They wouldn't allow us to turn left there.
Mm-hmm.
Man, get this bullshit out of here.
There was there was a lot of commotion. Traffic was going through real fast, and a lot of different things going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I said, can I go straight? And he said yes. So I went straight and then come back down so I could turn into this, make a left turn in there, because they weren't allowing us. You understand what I'm talking about? Okay.
Yeah.
So I went that way, and sure enough, there was a lot of traffic there, so we waited. So we all waited a little while longer, and finally it went to slow in that lane. So I pulled out, and if what you're talking about, there was a fella, when I started going down, hoping that I'd get down there, make that left turn because all this equipment was parked.
Oh, here comes
So
the
when
lie.
I
Here
went
comes the
down there, I
bullshit.
could see a fella come out. There was one guy on the left and another one came out on the right side. And he came running up to me like this. And he ran up to the hood of my car.
Yeah.
And he ran right up to the hood of my car.
Yeah.
Oh, there go the car.
And he hit my car. I was stopping at the time. So I walked around to the window and he says, "What are you f***ing trying to run over me?" And I said, "No, I'm sorry if you thought that. I was stopping. You ran up to my car and I was moving slow. I mean, it was maybe
Bro,
1
this
mile
dude
an
know
hour
how to
before I
act.
almost
It's
stopped.
crazy,
I mean,
y'all.
I could hit that person if that's where you're going.
Old
She
people
ran
can be
right up
bad
to the
too.
car
I'm telling
and hit
y'all.
the
Old people can be bad too.
front of the car.
So that it wasn't your
Not most
intention
of
to
them.
hit him.
Of course not.
Because,
Some.
I mean, he's claiming that he had you stopped and then you revved your engine and went into him. And I have 2 witnesses also corroborating that story.
Other workers there?
Yeah.
No, I never. He came right up to me and
Was anybody in the car with you?
no.
It was just you? Okay.
And he came right up to me, and I think he hit the car, and he said, "Stop." And the car
She
might have
know
moved
it's so.
right there. He was
I am
running.
just
I mean,
look
he
at her
was
face
not
a little
running
bit.
fast, but he was
She
coming up
worried
very
as
fast
hell.
out of the car. And
Like,
he
you
was
lying.
run over somebody. I mean, that's just somebody
What's
maybe
his name?
looking. I'm driving a nice car, maybe taking advantage of the situation. But there,
I can
Donald.
see if he just claimed that we had no other witnesses.
Wasn't that
But,
his
I mean,
name?
the other witnesses' stories were almost
Shit, I
exactly
don't
the
know.
same. And I spoke to them, separately, making sure I'm doing my due diligence with the investigation here. And they both described the same exact incident that you came out
I mean,
into
he got
oncoming
witnesses,
traffic,
bro.
not
So-
it
listening
wasn't.
to
It
them.
wasn't on.
I know. It's not oncoming. No,
traffic.
I know it's not oncoming traffic. It was down to 1 lane,
Yes.
but it was still a lane that you weren't supposed to be in at that time. And they said you were impatient. You came out and then you stopped, and then he's waving you down, told you to stop, and then he's waiting for the other traffic, and then that's when you
There was
hit
no-
him with the car.
There was no other traffic, and I didn't hit him with the car. He ran up to the car. I mean, with the confusion going on, the car could have lunged a little bit, but nothing like I gave it the gas and tried to run him over or anything like that.
Okay.
That's
That's not like a manual transmission or anything like
Pardon
that.
me?
It's not a manual transmission. It's automatic.
it's automatic.
Okay. All right.
They
Okay.
had all sorts of aggravated people trying to turn around on the road,
Yeah,
trying to go that
I understand.
way.
All right.
It was a
If
mess.
you wouldn't mind with me just standing at the end of the driveway, we're going to have the victim come and drive by and see if he can identify you. So if you wouldn't mind just standing over here in the grass, that'd be appreciated.
Claiming he was hurt or something like
That's
that.
so crazy
He's
stuff.
not claiming he was hurt, but he was claiming he was hit by a car. And in the state of Florida, that counts as aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. The way he and
is so
2
false.
other
That is
third-party witnesses are stating it happened is you were impatient, you came out, and you saw that he was there, and then you revved your engine and kept claiming you need to get around him, and then that's when you
Boom,
struck
bam.
him with the vehicle, pushing
Hit
him
that
back.
dude,
When he
bro.
was there,
You
he
hit
was in
that
front of
dude.
the
Stop
car.
trying to
So
act.
I couldn't go anywhere, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I tried to explain to him, I'm just trying to turn left into this intersection.
I understand,
That's
but
all.
when somebody in a yellow jacket who's directing traffic around, construction going on, you need to abide by the traffic control devices that they
I
have
hate a
set up.
motherfucker that can't listen to rules, bro. Just listen to rules.
Well,
Pay
it was
attention.
confusing because it had turned slow.
Man, it ain't
too
that
slow.
confusing.
It had turned too slow.
Let me chill. You
And
about to
then
piss me off.
the sign went to slow, and I couldn't tell how many
10-4.
cars. There were other
We need
cars
some
that were working
sunshines.
in
I know
that
it's a
lane.
little late in
Just
for the
stand right there
sunshine.
for me, okay?
They got some, but they don't-
Stay here.
Yes, just until the patrol car passes
I
by.
don't know why they be doing that.
Yeah, he said. He said that I'm pretty much gonna like identify him. Yeah, and this is right there on that little bend before we came in, or not like I guess on that side. If we would have kept going straight, this is where he actually did it, and then he said you had to turn in left. He was freaking out, saying he had to turn left.
Officers then conducted a show-up as part of their investigation. These are used in instances when a suspect is apprehended in close proximity to the crime and within a reasonable time frame. In addition to location and timing, if the physical description reasonably matches the suspect, a show-up may be performed. During a show-up, multiple procedures will take place. The victim and/or witness will be transported to an appropriate location to identify the suspect. In the case of multiple victims and/or witnesses, they must be separated separated. Victims and/or witnesses will be notified beforehand that the suspect may or may not be the perpetrator.
Yeah, 'cause I ain't never
Immediately
really
after
heard
the
of them
show
doing
up, the
nothing
victim
like
or
this,
witness
honestly.
should provide a statement about their level of confidence in the identification. People involved are prohibited from making any suggestive remarks that may sway the identifier one way or the other, and the show-up must be thoroughly documented regarding each and every detail.
I mean, he's got his.
Join large-scale battles with military
He had
vehicles.
glasses
The online
on.
action
Dang,
game War
I
Thunder
can
has
see him
received
wearing
major
glasses too.
updates.
Now that he say that, he look like the type of dude to wear
It's the
glasses.
same. It's the same shirt and it's the same. It's literally the same hair.
Alright, so are you 100%?
Yeah, it's like literally the exact same Porsche. The only thing that's different now is he doesn't have his sunglasses on, and I think he was wearing a black hat too, but I don't think he's got that on either.
So the only difference, he just doesn't have his...
He just doesn't have the glasses and the hat on, but the same gray hair, the same face, the same shirt.
I mean, based on the witness statements, based on the victim identifying you as driving the Porsche that he photographed, you know, hitting him, I have probable cause to make an arrest for a aggravated battery.
Craziest thing I've ever like he was hit with a car.
Okay. I just got a few more questions for you. Do you know what year it is?
Do I know what year it is?
Yes. I know they're going to sound crazy. It's just something I have to put in my report.
1922.
Do you know who the President of the United States is?
Biden.
Do you have any weapons on you? Anything I should be aware
Wait,
of?
what?
No.
Was it, am I tripping?
No knives, guns, anything
On you
like
as
that?
well?
Yeah, on you.
No.
You don't have anything? Okay. You've been compliant with me. I don't have to put the handcuffs on behind you. I'll just put them on in the front so
wait,
it's more
bro.
comfortable while we drive down. Excuse me, ma'am?
Oh, he's arresting me for some loony that is claiming I hit him with the car. And he ran up, put his hood on the car, put his hands on the car, and there were his other buddies were standing there and probably, and then he was swearing, cussing, and said, you gonna run me over or something like that. No.
So if you wouldn't mind just putting your hands out like that.
Wait, let me.
Oh, this is absurd.
You know what this is all about.
What? This is absurd.
You're not having any medical complaints?
Right now?
No. Yeah.
No.
Okay. All right. Am I just walking me down to my car over here?
So where
I
are
can-
you going?
I can explain everything to you. We'll just do it at my car once he's, secured in my back seat, and I'll let you know.
Do you want me to come with you?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind. So before I put you back there, I just have to pat you down just to make sure. There's nothing else on you that I should be aware of? Any other property? All right. Just take a seat for the back seat. You just kind of slide in like you normally would, and then that's made so that I can buckle you.
Okay. Sore neck.
Sorry about that. All right. I can open that partition for you to let some AC back. It is going to get a little hot because it's not easily ventilated.
Earlier today, he was driving his Porsche. What happened was, according to the victim and two other witnesses, he cut out into the oncoming lane against their wishes. They're telling him, "Hey, stop, stay here, and you can't go." He cuts out. Then he was told to stop by our victim. The victim, comes over, has him stop. He apparently stops in the roadway, and then he's standing in front of the vehicle, and then that's when he revs his engine and drives into him. Thus,
That's hard for me to believe because he is a gentleman.
I understand. We're going off of two witnesses, and the victim's statements. They're all exactly the same. I had to drive back and forth to different locations where these workers were, and I asked them these questions, separately, and they all gave the same exact story.
Well, maybe they all talk to one another. Instead of,
That's why
they talk to him
That's
separate.
why it was handled the way it was. They had no idea the police were called. It was actually the victim. He called on his own. It wasn't like a job site. They were like, well, "What are you guys here for?" They had no idea. So
I just find that really. I mean, he would not. He's the kindest man you've ever met in your life.
I understand, but that's what we're going off.
So now what happens?
He's going to be transported down to the Flagler County
Bro, that man
in
ain't.
Benel.
That man showing a
you've got
facade
to
for
be
that
kidding
woman.
me.
He committed a felony, man. That's why we're doing it the way we're doing it. I don't have any discretion when it comes to making a felony arrest.
All right, so you're taking him to you're taking him to prison?
The jail now.
Can I go there now? Or can he come out of here once?
It's gonna be a while before he's booked in. It's gonna be at least 2 hours before he's booked in, and then.
Sorry, stay over there.
He was over.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
All right. Any further questions?
No. So, do you have a phone number or anything I can call there? Or
You can.
he come over? He's going to be with me.
Yes. Yeah. You can come over.
Come over here, Mike.
My partner wasn't here. He didn't know you were here as well, sir.
They're going to take him to jail.
So we have probable cause for he committed an aggravated battery with his vehicle when he struck one of the workers over there who were directing traffic. We had 2 witnesses who were completely separate. When I interviewed them, you give the exact same story as to what happened, so what the victim was claiming.
Understand. So what's the bail requirement?
That's set by the jail. I don't personally set that.
So what happens now? Do I have to get
so he ain't gonna be in there long.
It's down the road. He's gonna see a judge.
Well, he won't be in long.
I'm going to keep him
What's the
overnight?
bill?
I don't know. Maybe.
What's
It's
the bill?
possible. This isn't a domestic case, so he doesn't have to stay overnight. I don't personally set that. That's all set by the jail. I just drive there and type out the arrest.
Deputy Lane, you're doing your job. I can explain all this to her. We're okay.
Okay.
Understand.
All right, hold on.
It's messed up, but it is what it is.
Right.
Try to have a better day.
Right.
We've been following this
simply
case
how
for
it's
the
supposed
last
to go.
2 years as it's worked its way through the Florida court system. Donald was charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. Court records indicate, as part of a plea agreement, Donald would plead guilty to battery and avoid jail time contingent on completing a diversion program involving anger management. He was also ordered to pay several $100s in fines and court costs related to this matter. Court records indicate that he completed the diversion program successfully. Accordingly, his felony charge was downgraded to a simple battery, which will remain on his criminal record. Court records also indicate he was represented by a private attorney, which may have anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000 for defense in a felony criminal case like this.
He had to get out the big gun.